Well, good evening and welcome everybody to our first Tuesday of the month for LifeWave Success Live Younger team call. It's July 7, 2026. Wow, boy, time flies. So it's already July and feels like there's so much that we still can do. And so yeah, hope you have a good evening tonight. There's so much that we want to cover. So from our little new InTouch app. I'm not sure how much we'll be able to share about that, but and then yeah, and about the trip to Alberta and Saskatchewan, I'm not sure. Like I know we didn't mention that, but it was a great trip. Just a short update on that. But I would definitely encourage people to make it simple and do the presentations more. We need to get involved more into, especially right now in summertime. I know lots of people are busy, but still in this time we can do something, like make it something simple, make it that people want to come and enjoy our company. So yeah, without further delay, I'll give our fearless leader Pete the floor so that he can share what he has on his heart tonight. So it was nice to be on the trip with him and Hannah. So take it away, Pete. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Corolla. I'm going to try video on, see how the internet holds out here. Is it okay? The audio okay? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Wonderful, wonderful. Awesome, awesome. Well, it's great to be here, the first Tuesday of the month, and just a mile from the US border here. So we're in an area where the internet connection is almost non-existent, but we managed to get on. So great to have everyone with us here this first Tuesday of the month. And I see my wonderful sponsor, Kai Jacobson from Puerto Rico, is on the call with us, and his lovely partner, Lynette. Wave to us, Lynette. Good to see you here. And my fiance, Hannah, she's outside, connected to the Wi-Fi here as well. So thank you, Carla, for opening it up and emceeing as always. Nice to have you do the MC and appreciate you a ton. So, all right, guys. Well, we're pretty excited about the new My In Touch app, and that's where I want to start a little bit today. But it's a little premature. There were some hiccups, and there were a few things that weren't quite 100% yet. But we're super excited about this new tool that's going to be available to us for any of you that were around way back when we had the old In Touch app. It was lovely. It was wonderful. It was a tool that I absolutely loved. And then they introduced the Now site, and of course, the In Touch app disappeared. Well, Robin and Gregory have brought it back through their connections. And we were on the webinar just yesterday, and it was an amazing webinar and lots of information in regards to how the new My In Touch app will work. There's a replay, and Corolla, if you wouldn't mind posting the replay from last night's meeting from Robin and Gregory. We already featured in Success Team so that anybody who didn't watch the video or wasn't on the live yesterday, grab the recording, save the recording, and watch it. And you'll notice there's a few things that the My In Touch app may not fully work yet. One of them was the price, $7.99 a month, was showing $10.99 on some devices, and the $7.99, and on some devices it was showing the yearly $79.99, and some was showing over 100. So that's a little glitch that they need to just resolve, and I'm sure they'll get it resolved. No worries there at all. So, but it's a business in the palm of your hand. At the click of a button, you can reach out to prospects. There's so much that this app has, and Kai might speak a little bit about that as well a little bit later. But I'm just super excited about it. But I want you guys to be in the know of what is coming, what is upon us, and everybody gets to try it for free for 14 days. So you can just go in there and enter your username, and you got to create a password for it, and then of course you have to enter your credit card details, but you won't be charged for 2 weeks, and you can cancel if you so choose that it's not right for you. But yeah, as Corolla was saying, we just recently got back from our Saskatchewan and Alberta road tour, and had a really good series of meetings with brand partners and customers, and did two meetings in Tabor, Alberta area, and just had a really good feel of from the people on the road, and it was lovely connecting with our people down there. So lots of exciting things happening. And of course, July is here and school is out and summer has begun. And this is where we need to get innovative with creating ideas on how to continue making the business move forward, bringing new brand partners in, bringing new customers in, and keeping them in. So, and the app I feel is going to be absolutely wonderful. It's going to be amazing. So, I want to just uh, feature and turn it over to my sponsor, Kai Jacobson. But before I do that, I want to make sure Lana's in the house. I don't have a view here of everybody here. And Lana's going to be speaking quite a bit tonight and sharing. Lana, are you here? Are you in the house? Just want to make sure she is with us.
I sure am.
Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, awesome. And Kai, I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna just Kai to share a little bit. He's really into the AI movement right now, doing lots of things with AI from what he was telling me. But my video is probably gonna break up here, so I'm gonna just shut it off and turn it over to my sponsor, Kai Jacobson from Puerto Rico. Kai, take it away, my friend.
Well, thank you, Pete, and um, thank you, Corolla, for putting this together. You're kind of the anchor that makes all this really work. So thank you so much. And I know Lana's going to be our main speaker tonight, so thank you too, Lana, for being such a leader. What I'm excited about is LifeWave it's on its 21st year. And we kind of hit a big bump in the road with this 2.0 pay plan. I think for a lot of people, it was pretty challenging and still is. I want to kind of give everybody update on that a little bit. And I know that there's a committee now in the field of people, some of the leaders, and David Schmidt has been really open to realizing that it had a lot of flaws. A lot of, people got really hurt, and it was way not what they were hoping or expecting. And so they are going to make a lot of big changes. I don't know how quickly it'll happen. We'd like it to happen yesterday, but they want to kind of really make the right decisions. So they're really looking at all the numbers. It'll still be the same pay plan in a lot of ways. I think they're going to strip out certain parts that just aren't needed and take money away from the pay plan and make it more complex. So they're going to try to simplify it, and they're going to make the thresholds easier to reach and some of them more significant. And the idea is to try to get more money into the field quicker. And that's going to happen. They haven't given a date, but I'm hoping that by convention and maybe even sooner, that we'll see something really come forward in that way. And so, what's really important, I mean, I think we all know that, we all make mistakes. I make mistakes personally. And the question is what you do with that. I've seen companies make mistakes and then they just dig in their heels, and or people do that, and that never works very well. And so what I really celebrate about LifeWave is really David Schmidt. And I think he's a genuinely, and that's why I got involved in the company. I think he's genuinely a really quality person that really cares. And he's brilliant too. And I've been in a little bit of conversation with him about some interesting things that, that he's coming out with a generator at some point. And I found some interesting articles about some really interesting Nobel Prize scientists about some of their technologies to try to create more power in the world for cleaner and freer. And he wrote back to me. He was so excited about the article I shared with him about how lasers can make fusion now. And he says, my technology is even more advanced than that. And so he's so excited. And what I want to share is that it makes all the difference to be in the right company. And, LifeWave is not perfect. Nothing is. But they're willing to really admit when they make mistakes and make changes to fix it. And they've lasted. I mean, the truth is that most companies that I've been in the industry for almost 50 years now, and most companies don't see their first birthday. I mean, almost 90% of them don't make it a year. And the 10%, maybe 10% make it. Only 5% or 10% of that see their fifth birthday. And we're 21 years old, and it's very, very few. We're talking about the real rarefied air that see 10 years in a company. And if you survive that long, it must have elements that really are in place that allow it to be such a surviving company. And to me, that's so important because everything looks great when it's out the gate. Everyone looks really shiny and new, and oh, that's the greatest thing. And then, it's so hard when you build your business, and then all of a sudden you have to totally do it again when it fails underneath you. And the thing I think that everyone can feel really secure in is that this is a really legacy company. It's 21 years old. It's got a great leader. They've made some mistakes, and I believe that they'll correct them. And we have a plethora of new things coming down the pike, all the time that are patented and unique, and you can't get them anywhere else. So, I'm investing my time and energy in a company that I think has longevity for the rest of my life. And I really believe LifeWave is that kind of a company. And the quality of people that we associate with in the community, it's really amazing. And the products are truly revolutionary. They're true biohacks that change the quality of our life, and you can't get them anywhere else. That's a special thing. So I just want to emphasize how we're all really in the right place, and we will get through this. There is sunshine at the light at the end of the tunnel, and I believe that we'll come back much stronger for this, especially with some of these new products. The water is amazing, the X2O, and the fact that we have David and some of the leadership in the company. uh, we have a real bright future. And the times are pretty chaotic and crazy we have right now. And it's nice to have something that we can rely on. And so I want to speak to that because I think that's so foundational. And I've been talking to some people that are going back to some of their old ways of building. And just, the whole thing is about having new conversations every day, whatever way you can do it. If you can have at least one new conversation every day with somebody new that's not kind of already in the hopper, and follow up with all the ones in the hopper and work with the willing, if you're consistent with that, you will end up with a good business because it only takes a few people, and they eventually, if you stay long enough, you're going to win, and you'll finally have some of those people start to pop up in your network. And sometimes it can take, months, sometimes years, but it will happen. And if you have two new conversations a day and follow up and stay steady with all the people in the mix in your pipeline, and help support all the people in and drill into your team, that's kind of the old classic way to build. And you will really succeed. And three takes you over to the top. If you're doing three new conversations a day and following up with everybody, you can become a superstar within 3 or 4 years in a company like this. And the consistency of that is what's important. If you're not there, you probably haven't been having those new conversations every day, because that's what we're paid for. It's really about meeting new people. And you can do that through the internet. You can do that through doing events and house meetings, and uh, going to events where you meet lots of new people, or putting booths up, or I talked to John Ward, who I really like and respect, and I think some of you met him on in the director's calls. And he's going back to his old roots of, cold calling network marketers. There's lists you can buy that are very inexpensive. And he says, I get about 10 to 15 people a month. And it's not something most people can do. It's really hard work. But he said, I kind of dropped it, but my check started to dwindle over the last year because I wasn't really bringing in new people and talking to new people. He started doing that again, and his is starting to build again. So, there's always a way to do it as long as you're having those new conversations, whether you want to do telephone calling on leads, or you want to do social media, or you get out into the world and, make sure you get to new events where you meet people physically. Whatever way you do that, as long as you're having one new conversation every day and following up, and or two or three if you want to go faster, your business is going to do really well. And we have great products. We have ones that everyone can afford with the patches. We have a higher end ticket item now with the water ionizer, the X2O, with the infused light. It's incredible. And some people are really taking off with that, and it has a great upfront commission. And so LifeWave is a lifestyle, and it's a way of life, and it's a community, and it's a plethora of great new products that continually become available for us to share and market with people. And it's a home, as Gregory and Robin say. It's a place that you can park, hang your hat and really build a life with and around. So I just want to welcome everyone to be part of that. I am working with some AI stuff now. Some of these AI agents, I haven't gotten it off the ground yet, but I am working with developing some AI agents to go after influencers and start, doing automated, somebody is working 24/7, kind of like your downline, to prospect, to, create parameters and incentives to get them interested and create dialogue. And with this new app that Gregory is putting together, it's going to be, people do respond much better on their cell phones than they do through email these days. And I'm going to be using that technique to reach out to lots of people, but it always takes having your own personal conversation at the end to make it really happen and close the whole thing. But you can use a lot of these tools to warm up the whole place and to prospect and to do other things now to get leads essentially. And then, but it will always take a conversation. And anyway, I just wanted to share that with everybody today. Pete, back to you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kai. I'll try the video again, see if the bandwidth holds up here or not. But always appreciate hearing from you, Kai. And you speak authentically from the heart, and that's what we love about you. Now, with that being said, I'm going to have the honor to introduce our very next speaker. And she was our first road tour in Regina, Saskatchewan, Lana Van Dijk. And Lana owns Body Fuel Organics and just an incredible soul. We love Lana, and she had a packed house at her Body Fuel Organics, and her mother-in-law, Carol Perkins, was there as well. And she had some really cool people there. And she had the water machine, the X2O water machine there as well, which was a real drawing card. And everybody got to sample the water there. And that was really special. So Lana, thank you. You're just absolutely amazing, and you're so together when it comes to your people skills, organization skills, and people just love you, and that was very obvious. And of course, the next event in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, was June, and her husband, and they're connected to Dr. Good now, and there's some incredible people that we've met through Lana, and we have that to talk about that. But today she's got a couple of things to share with we do, Roger Kroll do, and I love to synergize. And LifeWave is really going to be going back to promoting like the patches, like X39 will always be our flagship product, always. And Celergize along with it if you're in the US. Canada's a little harder to get, but the X2O water will be, it's a large ticket item, so it's not like everybody's going to be able to buy that water machine. So, but it's wonderful for those that can pool it together. And when I mean pool it together, there's so many ideas floating around our community right now. People that want the water, but the price range is a little out for them, so they're talking to multiple people and saying, "Hey, let's get this water machine together because we can make 2 cups every 45 minutes and around the clock. Well, if you brew in 24 hours a day." With that machine, it can get you 48 cups through a 24-hour period easily, So let's just cut that in half and say, okay, no one's going to do it at night. Let's do it the first part of the day. They can get 24 cups of water. So that's potentially enough for a small community of people that could pool together and have that machine and share the benefits of drinking the water. And there's many, many benefits that have already surfaced. I had a testimony I put out with my uncle who had real problems with breathing, and his blood oxygen levels were low, sometimes in the high 70s, early 80s, and that's not normal. So we started giving him the water, and he had incredible results with the water right away. And he's also on the fence with, wow, let's get this water machine. Let's get a group of us together. Let's get a machine going. So there's all kinds of ideas like that are going to be floating around for those that have the ability to get it and share and pool it. It's a great idea. And I know Lana's mother-in-law, Carol Perkins, got a machine as well. But it's my honor right now to introduce to you our wonderful friend and director, Lana Van Dijk from Regina, Saskatchewan. She's got some things that she's going to share tonight. So, Lana, take it away, my friend, and please share with us.
Thanks, guys. It's really awesome to be here. I am driving once again. This is typical for me, I think, when we do our first Tuesday of the month calls, but I'm super excited. And what I wanted to talk to you about tonight was turning adversity into opportunity, because it's out there for the taking. And I just had an interesting thing happen to me today. And it's all about using your 2 ears and your 1 mouth. And it occurred to me that planting seeds and reaping a harvest, there might be time in between of that. And as Kai said, the more seeds that you plant in talking to people every day, the more that your harvest will be abundant in the future. Now, the thing I'm going to premise is it doesn't always happen in the amount of time that you're banking on. It might just be one of those seeds took a little longer to germinate than maybe another one. And this is what actually happened to me today. I had been speaking to somebody who's very excited about the results that she was getting. She was one of my vendors that supplies product to me at my business. And so I had approached her about them because she's a cake decorator, and so her body is using the same muscles over and over again. I'm sure you probably know what that's called. And she's having success with alleviating some inflammation and about this. Well, as time passed, Melissa is her name. She's a customer. And this person came to me months later, so today, and said, I really need to try those patches. And lo and behold, she became a preferred customer and is signing up her daughter tomorrow also as a preferred customer, because she's motivated to reach the $300 threshold with 3 people to get her X39 for free. So oftentimes what happens is you don't have to speak so much as you have to listen. And that's what I wanted to talk about tonight, is in the listening part. We all know that there are people who are being failed by the medical system, the traditional medical model. And I happen to be in that field, and I see it each and every day, where people are either not getting treatment, not able to see a doctor, not able to get an answer from a doctor, being overprescribed, underprescribed. And the thing about our patches are that we don't have to worry about contraindications, side effects from pharmaceutical drugs in order to help the body, because we have this beautiful mechanism that God created within us called light. And when you can appeal to people to be able to assist their health, assist their wellness by using this beautiful God-given blessing of light that exists in our own bodies, that people don't even realize it's there to help with our wellness, suddenly a spark lights up and a light bulb goes on, because we all know that light overcomes darkness. And so what I like to share with people is that this is something that everybody has within us, the power to heal. And when we harness that light, also known as photobiomodulation therapy, it's like wearing technology that acts upon your body as you are going about your day. So red light therapy is really big right now. Like, people are looking for red light therapy. They're going for red light therapy. They're paying thousands of dollars for red light therapy. And we have the ability to wear it each and every day. And it's incredibly effective. And I keep an open pack of patches in my purse at all times. And today I had somebody who is in the direct sales world, who is in amount of pain. She was in to see a physiotherapist today, came by and grabbed some groceries, opened up my pack of LifeWave, and I actually gave her the LifeWave because the amount of pain that she told me she was in. And now I'm going to follow up with information that I'll send her. So that adversity is a perfect way to turn opportunity onto yourself. And it's genuine. There is no person that I know of that loves to be in pain. And there's no person that I know of that would want to see that in someone else. And so we have a tool that can assist, and we have a means of actually sharing it and allowing people to share it that gets it into their hands for free, or the ability to earn an income. So I know there's a lot of people that will say, I'm just not a business person. It's not about being a business person. It's actually about caring. And it's actually about sharing it with others who are in situations that they themselves don't wish to be in. They didn't want to be in the position that they're in, but they are, and people are desperate for solutions. And I'm going to just give a big shout out to my mother-in-law, Carol, because she is the most consistent sharer of this technology. And I don't think there's going to be one person that she's shared this with that doesn't understand that her heart is as big as could be, and she just wants to help others. And she shared it at a garage sale not very long ago. And yes, she gives people my number and I get to follow up because that's kind of how we roll. But she's helping people who have situations where their joints are wearing out and they can't get to surgery quick enough. And she's helping people who are in pain. And she just consistently does this. And her organization is growing and growing and growing out of love for others. And I just don't think there's anyone that is as consistent as Carol is in sharing. And she doesn't even know she's doing it. So I'm so blessed that she's my mother-in-law, but I'm so blessed also that we do LifeWave together, and we both believe in it. We both got our water machines together, and we're traversing challenging health issues in a way that is beautiful and natural. So it's doable. And Carol will tell you that she doesn't know what she's doing, but she's doing it perfectly because she's sharing from the heart. Then I would like to also, I'm going to call upon my friend Helen, because Helen and I have known each other for many, many moons. And she also was a businesswoman that I met many, many years ago. And she came to me, well, actually, I think I posted it on social media, and that's how Helen learned about the patches. And she was having some joint issues and some challenges of her own. And she also turned adversity into such a beautiful thing, because I'm going to let her tell her story. I'm not going to spoiler it, but she's been absolutely amazing in how her health has turned around. And it just goes to show you what you can do when you believe in natural health and the body's ability to heal, with a nudge in the right direction with our beautiful technology that David Schmidt has developed. I want to follow up on a couple of things that Kai mentioned, and that is, this company is amazing. I've had some personal adversity in this last little while, and I just want to say that my conviction for LifeWave has become stronger and stronger throughout all of this because of our leadership that we have. Both Kai and Pete, and I will say Corolla is our rock. They're always there for us to assist us in any way that we need. And I've just had the most amazing conversations with Pete and Kai, and supported with Corolla in this past couple of months. And I want you to know that if you think that business isn't your thing, but you need support in some way, shape, or form, you want to share this with others, reach out to your upline. And if it's not your direct upline, reach up to the next person that you resonate with and ask them for their help. Because the thread that weaves this whole company together is the example set by David Schmidt, and that's the fact that he cares. He cares for humanity in such a deep, deep way that thread has woven itself through, I will say, our team in this business. And there won't be one of us that will turn you away without wanting to help you. And so I want to encourage you, if you haven't thought of this, I'm planting this seed in all of you. Our conference is coming up in October. It's life-changing, but more so than that, it's such a beautiful way to connect with the people in this company that have big, big hearts and want exactly for you to be in a place of wellness and to be able to thrive. So if you haven't thought about it, perhaps just bring it into your awareness that the conference might be a great place for you to meet people, to meet us. I've met some beautiful people from other teams who I've kept in touch with and just been blessed with their friendship. And yeah, it's a really great connection. So I do want to plant that seed tonight. We've got a number of months. I haven't even booked my hotel room yet, so there's going to be room for travel plans still in. And with that, I'm going to wrap up what I'm saying, and I would like to introduce Helen Wenninger. And Helen is going to tell her story of how she turned her adversity into a beautiful place of health, and her experience with two counter surgeries that turned out completely differently when aided by LifeWave. And I'm just also going to say this before I premise Helen's entry onto the call. And there's someone, Helen, by the name of Robin Mascari. And Robin, you have heard Robin and Robin's name often because she and her husband are upline, and they built a massive business out of Robin's success with having a replacement surgery. So there's something in that's awfully special when you overcome a health issue in an incredible way, and then you can share it with others. So Helen, would you like to take the floor? Are you able to unmute and join us and tell your 1 to 2, 3 minutes of your story of how you overcame your surgeries and the difference of and what you're experiencing even with the samples of water that you've had? I didn't even look if Helen's on the call.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go. Perfect. I will turn it over to you.
Yeah. Okay. I had surgery in my mouth in February, and I was really frightened to have this surgery because it involved a lot of teeth removal and so on. But it took, like, I used my patches, my bruising went away within days. And then in April, 2.5 months ago, I had a joint replacement and I was in a lot of pain. I was in the hospital overnight. The nurses, by the time I got out, they called me a rock star because I never needed assistance to go to the washroom. I was up within hours walking with my walker, of course, to the washroom. And I was out by noon the next day. And they were all just amazed. But I think I called Carol and I said, "What did you do? Because you're wrapped. Your whole knee is wrapped." And she said, "Just put the patches on top of the wrapping. It'll be fine." So I put my LifeWave on, I put my Eon on, I put my Advance and my Renew. I was patched. And I went home at noon the next day, and I can honestly tell you, I can't take narcotics because the first joint replacement I had 3 years ago, I did not have a good experience with narcotics. So I said, "I can't take narcotics, please do not." And they said, "You won't be able to manage the pain." And I said, "I'm fine. I'd rather have some pain and not be as sick as I was from narcotics." So I used the patches again, the LifeWave, or the LifeWave. I was patching everywhere where I had pain. I slept with the LifeWave and the Eon at night, every night. And I was on Tylenol 3 extra strength and Advil extra strength, one of each, every 4 hours. And that's what I took. And I know my physio even, she couldn't believe it because within weeks, I don't know if you know when they measure your degree of how you can bend your joint. She said, you're like bending it like you normally would bend it. It was 135. So I've had a lot of really good success with the LifeWave. And then I went to see Lana and had some water, and I had more success. So I want to get the water machine as soon as it comes. So, but I did the triangle thing because I think I called you, Lana, and I said, like, what's this? Because I saw it on one of the chats one time. Somebody had done the triangle on their knee. And honestly, the swelling, everything was just very minimal. I was even shocked because I thought, well, is this really going to work? But, and you know, I slept through the night. I couldn't believe that, you know, I didn't get up with a lot of pain like I did 3 years ago. But I thank God for you, Atlanta. You've been a blessing to me. You really have. And I just want you to know that I appreciate you.
Hello, Helen. Thank you so much. But I mean, Helen said yes. Helen trusted that we'd found something very amazing as far as this technology. And I know that we have something so special in our hands, you guys, that I've heard this from many of the leaders in this company, that it's a disservice not to share this with others. Let them say no if they don't feel it's right for them. That's okay. But if it happens to be, and let's remember that on the customer program and even the brand partner program, we've got a money back guarantee. And as long as you coach people on what to expect when you start using the patches and be in touch with them and support them, that money back guarantee isn't even anything that people ever even worried about. They're more delighted with the fact that they're getting results from this technology. And that's what's happened with Helen. That's what's happened with Carol. That's what's happened with June and Keith, my brand partners from Moose Jaw, and a myriad of others. And I'm sure that most of us on the call have had success with increases in our wellness and health. And that's what drives us, because I do know that our team has big heart and we are in the right place at the right time. If you haven't considered the conference, I know Kai dropped a couple of things on us, and I'm just going to draw that out. Generators, yes, that means energy to drive your home. This is the kind of brain that David Schmidt is. He's an incredibly genius man who is an inventor. And he's got technology for the next 8 years that's ready to come out. He declined some very big positions to stay on his path with LifeWave to bless humanity with technologies that will bless us. So share it. It's easy. 2 ears, 1 mouth. And a couple of good videos. The InTouch app is going to be amazing for everybody that doesn't know how to share stuff. It's going to be really super easy to use once we've got all the kinks worked out. And I encourage you to spend the, whatever it's going to be Canadian a month. It'll probably be well worth it for you to share this beautiful gift that David's given us with others. So, and with that, I'm going to end my section. And I just wish everybody a wonderful summer, and look for those ways that you can help another person, and keep an open pack of LifeWaves or X39s on you that you can help someone else out when they're in need. And I guarantee you the opportunity will present itself to help help our other fellow human beings who want nothing more than to just live their lives and thrive. So signing off, everybody. Thanks for allowing me to speak tonight.
Thank you so much, Lana. That was really, really special. And as always, genuine and from the heart. So, yeah, we've met your mother-in-law, Carol, and of course, we know she's just a ball of energy and just loves to share. And as you said it, she does it without knowing she's doing it. She's building a business and she's sharing, bringing people in. And Helen, your story was absolutely amazing. I mean, it reminds me so much of Robin Mascari's story. And I think Lana said that before she brought you on, Helen, that's what attracted us originally. When Kai reached out to me, and I mean, he already reached out to me many, many times, in the past about LifeWave, but something just never resonated. It didn't fit at the time. I was very busy. We're all busy, right? And Kai kept sharing about the patches. I give Kai so much credit for never giving up. But then in 2019, he shared a story with me about Robin and Gregory Mascari. Gregory was in rough health at the time, and Robin had knee replacement. And when Kai presented them with the X39, when it came out, the end of 2019, I believe that was, or end of 2018, sorry. And Robin had one question and one question only: how fast can I get it? And that's the rest is history. I mean, it just ballooned into a business that is so profound, so absolutely amazing. We're all here because of that one knee replacement that she had done. The first one, very unsuccessful and lots of pain, kicked her out of rehab. The second one, so successful with the patches. And that story, I mean, that was not a salesy story. That was not a pitch. That was just a true testimony of a real person that just had an incredible result when it came to using the patches. So appreciate you sharing that, Helen. That was really special, and I know you'll do really well. So all is great, and I know that some people here maybe coming in a little late here or thinking maybe the time change here got some off the hook. I see some people joining now, and welcome, Jacob. We're about end of the call here. We usually try to end it within the 45-minute mark, and we reached that 45-minute mark, but again, Lana, thank you so much for all you are doing and you are sharing. It's just great to have you on the team. And I often think, like Roger and Crolla, don't get enough recognition for what they do, especially like Crolla. Like she's, like Lana said, our rock. You know, she's always there posting, updating, and I probably communicate more with Crolla than I do with anybody in the team. She's like Gregory says, Liz Hodges is his rock. All Crolla's our rock. You know what I mean? She's always there, always posting, always on top of things, and needs some help with something, can always count on her to get it done. So, uh, congratulations, Crolla. We appreciate you a ton. You're always there, and it's absolutely wonderful working with people like that. So that's it, folks. We're going to end it on that note. We'll stay a couple of minutes if anybody has any questions and wants to uh, ask anything, but I will end the recording. So if you're watching this via replay, get back to the person that shared the video with you. And I've also posted the video down below, maybe the same link that Crolla posted, but in the chat is the video of the My In Touch app. So if you weren't on that call live, please copy the link here and watch it later on, because this app is going to change a lot of things when it's completely functional. It's in the beta testing phase right now. They just got out of beta, but there's still going to be little kinks in it, but it's going to have lots of things uploaded to this app. David Schmidt series, like David Schmidt videos, and all kinds of little short patch testimonies, and my favorite videos in there. What is phototherapy? Like the video that I love to start it out with when someone asks, "What is this? How does this technology work?" To what is phototherapy? That is the absolute best video, in my opinion. It's short and sweet. So thank you, everyone, for joining tonight. And on that note, we'll end the call. We'll see you in the first Tuesday of August. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great night.